All right, Shalom, Shalom, Yasharallah. Back at it again with another Lord's with an edifying video through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashua, Kakodash. Before I go any further, I want to give all honor and all glory and all praises to our Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Racha, Kodash. Next up, double honors to our apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, who still go out there in the highways and hedges and feed us with 100% truth according to the Bible and Hebrew well. And Shalom, Labachoyim, Wabarakim, Shayasharala, which is peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel and the Lashon Kodash, the Hebrew tongue. And pretty much this lesson is going to be called or centered around how the Lord have made us the servants, the prophets, the watchmen. Okay? So the first precept we're going to grab is the book of Ezekiel, the third chapter, and I'm going to start at the 16th verse. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 16. And it says, "And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." Now, who is the house of Israel? Okay, you will call them today the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, and also the Israelite foreigners. Okay, who look like the other heathen nations, but on the seed line of their father, go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. What's it to be watchmen? You go into the word watchman, it goes back to the Hebrew word tazapah, which means to keep watch, to look out. Okay, so a lookout, man. You see, that's what we are spiritually. That's why we're constantly keeping our eyes on the news, okay, on our surroundings and our everyday life, reading news articles, and reporting it and filtering it all back to the scriptures. So this is Ezekiel 3 and 17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." See, the Lord made us watchmen unto the house of Israel, right? It's through his Holy Spirit. It says, "Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me." And that's what we do, man. We did that today when we went out there on the highways and hedges at camp. And we do when we make these videos on the internet, man. You see? We giving you warning. You see? And it reads on, verse 18. "When I say unto the wicked," it's referring to our people, the Israelites, "Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life." Yeah, how do we, that's going into the false prophets, man. By not telling our people the 100% truth according to the Bible. Yeah, you're saying that our people are Israelites, which they are, but the elevator don't go up, man. No more. You just telling our people that they're Israelites and that you need to keep the law. But you listen, man, you've been a hypocrite because you're not keeping it. You see, you turn out the MOTB ain't the CHIP. You see what I'm saying? You're not warning our people, man. You're leading them down to destruction, man. You're telling our people to take it. It says, "The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, which is sin upon sin." It says, "But his blood will I require at thine hand." Yes, so the false teachers and leaders, they got a whole lot of blood on their hands, man. And guess what? The Lord's going to pay them back for that. Because every idle word that man shall speak, they got to give account thereof in the day of judgment, man. See? Verse 19. "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." See, that's going into the true men of the Lord. You see, which by process of elimination, we said through faith that we are those men. We go out there week in, week out, in season, out of season, all 4 seasons, if the weather permits, teaching with 100% truth according to the Bible. Starting off with our head apostles, elder bishops, all great millstone on down, man. And once again, I say that through faith, through the spirit of Yahweh by Shemal Shah. That's why a lot of our people is getting deleted, because they're not taking heed according to the word, man. You see? An example of that was today, you know what I'm saying? I was out there speaking, and I didn't hear it, but it was a woman of the tribes, okay, of the southern kingdom. She pretty much told me and the Akim to get a life, man. Not knowing that she going to have to pay for that, man. You see? That's just a small example right there. So now, let's go from there to the book of Isaiah 62, verse 6. This is Isaiah 62, verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It's referring to the Israelites. Okay? I have set watchmen, aka lookouts, upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. So that's why this internet is being flooded with this truth, man. You got IQM all over the world teaching in their own language in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, pushing this truth, flooding this internet, man. You know, from Babylon the Great all the way to the four corners of the earth, man. You see, on one side of the world, the prophets are asleep. The other side of the world, the prophets on the other side is teaching his word and bringing it out. It says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. Yep, see, and that word mention goes back to remembrance. As a matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept because it says remembrance, right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 97. Let's see, verse 12. This is Psalms 97, verse 12. It says, rejoice in the Lord, ye righteous, aka the elect, and give thanks at all the remembrance of his holiness. And that's what we do, man. When Yahweh Shema Shah, send that light into our minds, aka Lord Yahweh Shah, to have us understand these scriptures and call upon those names, we always give thanks, man. We always give praises to Yahweh Shema Shah for that. Okay? So back in Isaiah 62, at the 7th verse now, Isaiah 62, verse 7, it says, and give him no rest until he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So no breaks, man. Push this word to the best of our abilities, man. Go out there week in and week out there on the highways and hedges and bring it out, man. The 100% truth of the Bible. All the way to Lord Yahweh shall returns and make Jerusalem, which is the Israelites, and particularly the elect, a praise in the earth, man. AKA those that were low, or those that were how I want to say it. Those that were nobodies in this society is going to be somebody, and exalted in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? Right along with Lord Yahweh Shah, because they're going to be joint heirs, which I'm referring to the elect. So now, let's go from there. Let's get Second Esdras. Second Esdras, the 9th chapter, in the first verse. This is Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Now, the word diligent goes back to making a great effort for it. You see, whether, times are rough or times is pretty good, you still got to measure the time. What's the time? What's the measuring tool? The Bible, man. That's why we're able to filter everything concerning current events and linking it all back to prophecies of the Bible, because we got the Lord's Holy Spirit on us to do that. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs, aka the prophecies, pass, which I have told thee before, what's the mouthpiece of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, Amos 3 and 6, Hebrews 1 and 1, and various other scriptures. Verse 2, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Now that word visit goes into punish, you see, or judge. Okay? So we're living in that time now, man. They can't deny that this is the time of judgment, man. The Lord is sending a whole bunch of deletions day after day, every second of the day, man. You see? These news articles are constantly popping up about different deletions in the four corners of the earth, man. The ones that is being reported anyway. You see? So now, because that's what the Watchman is going to do. They're going to measure the time diligently in itself and filter it back to the scriptures and warn the people, our people. Last one I'm going to bring out is the book of Jeremiah, the 6th chapter and the 17th verse. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 17. Matter of fact, verse 16, it says, Thus saith the Lord power, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where's the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Now, what gives us rest on this side? The wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. What proves that? 2 Thessalonians 1:7. You, those that are troubled, rest with us, man. Which is what gives us relief in this world, this captivity, this truth. It says, but they said we will not walk therein. They don't want to. They don't want to know. Like it says in Isaiah 1:3. My people doeth not know, neither my people consider. Verse 17, it says, also I have set watchmen over you, saying, hearken unto the sound of the trumpet. The trumpet that's being blown is the Bible. And we're blowing the prophecies of the Bible to our people. But this is what they said, the majority of our people. It says, but they said, we will not hearken. And actions speak louder than words. So they don't literally have to say it. They prove it through their actions, man, because they ain't getting jiggy and they ain't getting down what we're bringing out according to the Bible, man. You see? So therefore, the 2/3 of our people, which is the majority of the pie, will get deleted. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible. And the elect, which we're hoping to be, will be protected and delivered, okay, in these times. So Lord's when that was edifying to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakutaj. Till next time, Lord's willing, I say Shalom.